श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत पावन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यालप भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुग गौरीय गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौरपाद साइवेद नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शिशुमार श्रील भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद शतरशत शिशुमार श्रील भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्रील भक्ति दायित माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्रील भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यालप विष्णु विष्णुपाद श्रील भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोसाई महाराज की जय। All the associates of Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, and all the disciples and followers of those associates ki jai. Jai Shri Jai Shri Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadash Raghunath Shard Gosai Prabhu ki jai. Jai Shri Swarup Damodar Rai Manantari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन विराजमान श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। Jai. The commentaries of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baladev Vibhushan, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and all of our acharyas ki jai. This Gītāmṛtam ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Jai Shri Krishna Arjuna ki jai. Shri Kurukshetra Dham ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad-gītā ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindayai Tulsi Devai Priyayai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's recite the Pranam mantras for what happened to that one there? Okay. Actually, let's do Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja like we did last time. Here it is. Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja's Pranam mantra. Devam devyatanum suchandavadanam balarka chelanchitam sandrananda purang sareka varanam vairagya vedyam buddhim Shri Siddhanta nidhim subhakti lasitang saraswatanam varam vande tang shubhadam areka sharanam Nyasishwaram Śrīdharam. Now this is the Mangalacharan verse that he wrote for his commentary on Bhagavad-gītā. Vande Shri Guru Gaurango Radha Govinda Sundaro Sagano Giyate Chatha Gita Gurartha Gauravam. Offering obeisance to Shishi Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda Sundar and their associates, I sing the glories of the hidden treasure of the Bhagavad-gītā. And now this is the verse, this one here, number 4. Sarvo Panishado Gavo Dogda Gopalanandana Parto Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gītāmṛtam Mahāt. The glories of the Gita, the crest jewels of the Vedas, all the Upanishads are as the cow. And the milker of the cow is Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the son of Nanda Maharaj. Arjuna is the calf. The nectar of the Gita is the milk. And the fortunate devotees are the enjoyers of that milk. Okay. So let's see all who is here. Dandavat Pranams, Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Manjari Didi, and let's see on YouTube and Facebook. See Ganga Mataji, Madhuballa Didi, Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, and the internet's really slow right now. Anyhow, I don't know who else is there, but also all the devotees who will be watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jai Dev Prabhu, Krishna Rose, Ananda Pradayini, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. All right. Yeah, and you have to excuse my voice is a bit raspy right now. I'm starting to lose my voice. But okay. Where is it? I think we made it up to verse 18. The 18th drop of nectar. Okay, this is Bhagavad-gītā 9:24. Aham hi sarvaya jnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tumam abhijananti tatve na tashyavantite. It is I who am the enjoyer and object of all sacrifices. But those who are ignorant of my true nature fall down from the path of self-realization. So, illumination by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Mahārāja. Here in the Gita, Krishna says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhukta cha prabhureva cha. I am the master, the controller, and enjoyer and recipient of all sacrifices. Wherever it occurs, the recipient is myself. The ultimate beneficiary is myself. I am a friend to you, not a foe. Suhridam sarvabhutanam. I am your best friend. That is the proper adjustment which we hanker after. The absolute guardian, the owner, is my friend. We are to realize that and do accordingly, with heart within and God overhead. In his last days, our Guru Maharaj made a peculiar expression: be courageous and callous. Be courageous and callous. I have my own idea of what callous means, but let's say in the dictionary. Showing or having an insensitive and cruel disregard for others. His callous comments about the murder made me shiver. Okay. Okay, let's see. Be courageous and callous. Courageous, we understand. But callous is mysterious. Callous means forbearing, not dismissing, not hateful, but of a tolerating spirit. He also said love and rupture. Love and rupture means raga and dvesh, attachment and dispassion. Love and rupture for Krishna is welcome. It may be apparently love. It may be apparently rupture. But if it is all for Krishna, then it is acceptable. We must accept it. I shall try to avoid rupture for my personal fame. That may not be justified. It must be for the cause of Krishna. That must be guaranteed for my heart. Then, if it is necessary, I will take it on my head. According to our own capacity, we are to invite it. If it is for the cause of Krishna, it will fetch an equal value with love. Everything should be devoted to the cause of Krishna, but not unnecessarily, not for some selfish purpose. Aham hi sarva yajnanam. Everything is meant for me. You are also meant for me. We are to come to such an understanding in order to help our devotion. He is the only party, the absolute, the one. He is Advaya Gyan, the non-dual absolute truth, and we are his potency. We are meant for his Leela. He is making Leela, and we are contributing there. We are part of his Leela. This is the universal vision of the whole. Everything is meant to satisfy him, not to satisfy me. My satisfaction is part of his satisfaction. His satisfaction is there, and it must be a contributing point there. Then there will be harmony. Isha vasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha ma krida kasyasvid dhanam. Everything in this world belongs to the Supreme. Therefore, one should practice renunciation along with enjoyment. One should not desire the wealth of others. That's the first verse of Ishopanishad. Everything belongs to him. With this view, you should try to move on. Go on. Then you will have a harmonized... everything belongs to him. With this view, you should try to move on. Go on. Then you'll have a harmonized life. Without doing that, when you think of your separate interests, however extended, personal interest, family interest, or more expanded to village interest, society interest, and then country interest, It is all extended selfishness. Extended selfishness means there will be a clash. One country fighting another country. One society fighting another society. One sex fighting another sex. All different angles of vision. All separate interests. However great that part may be, it is a mere point in the infinite. It has got no position. Nothing less than the whole is necessary. All must merge in the center. Then only can there be harmony. If you go to this side, that side, it is all extended selfishness and is causing disturbance to the harmony of the whole. This is Vaishnavism. And when that cooperation is affectionate with love, that is Vrindavan Krishna. It is the heart's transaction. The whole satisfying transaction is a heart's transaction. The heart holds the supreme position, not the brain, nor force, nor power. It is a love transaction. So power seeking or complete retirement, both are anti-harmony. Stopping work or to work for partial interests are both bad. Bhukti mukti spriha yavat pishachi hridi vartate tavar bhakti sukhasyatra katam abhyudayo bhavet. While the witches of the desire for bhukti and mukti remain within the heart, pure bhakti can never appear. It's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Purva Vibhag 2:16. Renunciation and enjoyment are both anti-harmony. Harmony means anandam, rasam, beauty. They are one and the same thing. Samanjasa tva virahaya akankshe. That's Vrittasura's prayers, right? He says, O source of all harmony, I do not desire to be separated from you. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 6:11-25. So the word samanjasa, that means harmony. So samanjasa is the name of the Supreme Lord. He is the all-harmonizing principle, and that is possible only through affection and love or beauty. That is Vrindavan, Vrindavan Ras, the ecstasy found in Vrindavan. That is controlling. That can control the whole, and no other conception of the supreme entity of Godhead, only the Vrindavan conception. That is Vrindavan Ras, the ecstasy found in Vrindavan. That is controlling. That can control the whole, and no other conception of it can control the whole and no other conception of the supreme entity of Godhead, only the Vrindavan conception. When the Absolute, as Mahaprabhu, is searching for his lost servant, that takes the shape of self-distribution. That is the highest. What is the conception of the Absolute? Atma Siddha Savalila Purna Sokya Lakshanam Swanubhava Matta Nritya Kirtana. What's the meter for this? I know. Atma Siddha Savalila Purna Sokya Lakshanam Swanubhava Matta Nritya Kirtanatma Vantanam Advayaika Lakshya Purna Tattva Tatparat Param Prema Dhama Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja's composition, the Prem Dhama Deva Stotram. I offer my obeisance unto Śrī Kṛṣṇa, that divine personality who is the abode of pure prem. His bliss is a complete, dynamic, self-perfected principle. Intoxicated by his own ecstasy, he dances and chants and distributes himself to others. He is the singular objective, the complete, supreme, non-dual principle. So verse 66 of the Prem Dham Deva Stotra. Sokya means the ecstasy or full harmony which is found in him. What will be its symptom? Atma Siddha. It is self-existent. And Savalila. It is of a dynamic character. There are two symptoms of his full joy. Swanubhava Matta Nritya. Firstly, he is dancing like a madman. And what is this? His dancing is a symptom of his own full ecstatic character. And then secondly, Kirtanatma Vantanam. He is distributing himself. That is found in Mahaprabhu. That is the fullest conception of the Absolute. Alright, so now we come to the 19th drop of nectar. Bhagavad-gītā 9, verses 30 to 31. Okay, we come to the probably one of the most this is a cause for a lot of confusion and debate, and it's the most controversial verse of Bhagavad-gītā. So let's see Śrīla Gosvāmī's explanation of it. Apichetsu duracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadureva samantavya samyag vyavasito hisa kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nikachati konteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. I think I'm going to, just because I have a lot to do today. Today's a big day, actually. My God. So I'm going to just read this one, and then we'll end after this. Today will be a short reading. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I was just looking at the comments. Okay, so even if one is impious and has committed abominable acts, if he worships me with one pointed devotion, such a person should be considered saintly, because his determination is perfect. He quickly becomes virtuous again and attains everlasting peace. O Konteya, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Haribol Nandanandan Prabhu. Just let me look at the comments. I'm just seeing if anybody else. Sorry. Hi. Okay, illumination. If any devotee has some fault, if anything undesirable is seen in him, he is not to be punished for that. Why? He is engaged in service to the Lord, and that can fetch the highest value. If he is given some punishment or expulsion, that cannot cure or purify him. The highest form of purification is that in which he is already engaged, and that can purify him to the highest degree. No other punishment of any form is necessary for him. He should be allowed to go on with service, and in no time he will be purified. Otherwise, it will be an injustice. This is such an important point. Bhajate mam ananya bhak. Sadhus are sadhus. They are not to be measured from the standard of this guna maya, this sattva, raja, tama guna, which is misconception. From the plane of misconception, good or bad should not be applied to my devotee who is working in the nirguna plane, the realm beyond the modes of material nature. This law does not apply in the case of an ananya bhak, that is one who is in the nirguna plane, who has accepted exclusive devotion to me as all in all. What he is doing is perfectly right, 100%. You may see some black things in the life of a sadhu, but if he is a real sadhu in the nirguna position, then what you see is only a concoction. That has got no value if 100% he is doing right. So this is Maya. It is the negative side. It has got no value when any positive thing comes back to it. We should see the example of Jaghai and Madhai's case, or Ratnakar Dasyu. Previously, he was a great demon, and the next moment, he was a great sage. It is his divine will. The Lord's divine will. It is his divine will. The final phenomenal conception has got no position before the infinite divine will. The will of the divine is in one place, and this self-condemned misconception is on the other side of the battle. What can Maya do to Krishna and his person? So in any form, in any way, one may come. But the Shastra asks us not to look at the background. In any way, one may come. Any form, any way, one may come. But the Shastra asks us not to look at the background. When exclusive devotion to Krishna has been accepted broadly in a soul, then whatever he commits in the calculation of this mundane plane, good or bad, that should be ignored totally, because good or bad are both unreal in the area of misconception. Whatever little he can collect is of infinitely greater value than any high valuation in this world of miscalculation. That is the conception. Apichet suduracharo. In consideration of the misconceived standard of morality, he may be considered most disqualified from the standpoint of the purity of this world. May be considered the most disqualified from the standpoint of the purity of this world. Bhajate mam ananya bhak. But his exclusive tendency can be found towards me. There is a spontaneous flow towards me, avoiding any other direction. Sadhur eva samantavya. He should be considered as a sadhu, because that nirguna flow has to be considered. Other things that are in him now will vanish the next moment. Sattva gun takes us to the highest position of Brahma, Lord Brahma. But the next moment, we may come here. Right? Is it saying Brahma? It has a long A here, so I'm guessing it's Sattva gun takes us to the highest position of Brahma. Or is it? I think so. But the next moment, we may come here. The concocted conception of good and bad is only moving in a circle. Now it is holding the highest position, and the next moment it is coming back down. Brahma bhuvanaloka. It's Gita 8:16. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, going up and down, up and down. Any development in this misconceived area is no development. But the consideration of a little improvement in the nirgun, that is of infinite value. That won't leave you. That won't be destroyed. Dvaite bhadra gyan saba mano dharma e bhalo e manda e sab brahma. This is from Antya Lila, chapter 4, verse 176. So, the duality of understanding what is auspicious and inauspicious is totally on the mental platform. Thinking that this is good, this is bad. This kind of thinking is all faulty. The good or bad seen in a dream are both false. So in this illusory conceived world, good or bad has no value. To save everyone from this charm, this sentiment, this glamour, help from the Nirgun must come from the Vaishnava and the scripture. The Bhagavatam, the Gītā, all these things. This is to save everyone from this charm, this sentiment, this glamour, help from the Nirgun must come from the Vaishnava and the scripture. We must all be attentive towards that. We must be all attentive towards that. The Nirgun can help us. The Nirgun agents will come and snatch away the soul from the bondage of misconception. No Sagun agent, that's one who is subservient to the modes of material nature, can do that successfully because he is a captive himself. Help must come from Nirgun. In spite of the possession of so much power here, I am most insignificant because nothing has value here at all. Such aggravation of heart makes one fit for Nirgun when he comes to know that this is all futile. Swapna samstita. What I possess is all a dream, so it has no value. When he earnestly prays for help from the Nirgun world, then that comes to his aid. No Sagun is qualified to help. No Sagun is qualified to help any other Sagun. That will be deception for deception. Chore chore mastuto bhai. Never seen that word mastuto before. Anyways, two thieves are exchanging things.
Literally, it's that they're maternal cousins.
Okay, I'm so bad with family names. Okay, so the maternal cousin. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm really bad with all the family names. Okay, chore chore mastuto bhai. So two thieves are exchanging things. Neither are really the owner. Okay, so it's like two thieves stealing from each other. Neither are really the owner. They're just exchanging things. Okay, so there is Vidhi and Nishedh. Two sections of duty. We must do this, and we must not do this. But if the Ananya Bhakta of Krishna does not follow that, then he is not to be blamed. No charge can come on him, and that is Nishedh. If a Krishna Bhakta does what he should not do, then there's no penance or punishment for him. He is not to be blamed. No charge can come. Why is that? In the Bhagavatam it is said, Swapada mulam patata priyasya tyaktanya bhavasya hari paresha vikarma yachchot patitam katanchid dhunoti sarvam hridisan nivishta. This is Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 19, verse 7. It says, one who has given up everything and has taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Hari is very dear to him. If such a person somehow commits some abominable activity, the Lord, who is seated within everyone's heart, immediately removes any reaction. Sopada mulam padata priyasya tyaktanya bhavasya. That means he has given up everything. Vikarma yach chot patitam katanchid. If somehow any wrong is found in him, he is not to be punished because his jurisdiction changes. Whatever punishment is to be given to him or not is in the hands of the Absolute. The society, the king, and the law of the country must not go and interfere with him. If any malpractice is found in him, dhonoti sarvam hridi sannivishta, then Hari, staying in his heart, will purge everything. He will sweep everything out. No other punishment or any alternative arrangement should be made for an Ananya Bhak, who has exclusively given himself for the service of Krishna. That is the reason. Sometimes externally, it appears awkward that he committed some wrong, and still he is given indulgence. Nonetheless, that is the theory. If there is anything to do, I shall do it. He has exclusively taken... Okay, so this is Krishna speaking. He says, if there is anything to do, I shall do it. He has exclusively taken refuge at my feet, and I have taken charge of him. If he commits some wrong, he should be taken generally by my inspiration, so none should come to interfere with him. It is my duty to look after him. That may be in two stages, one in the stage of a sadhak and another as a siddha. When he is a siddha, everything he is doing is perfect. He does not do any wrong. And the sadhak may commit wrong, but that may be forgiven by me, and you should not come and interfere in the matter. One of my godbrothers told me, if you give an explanation of Ananya Bhak in such a way, then in the name of Ananya Bhak, some will go on with their malpractices. That is a very hidden meaning. You should not express it to the public. Everyone will say, oh, I am Ananya Bhak, and go on with their debauchery. So don't express this in such an explicit way. So Śrīla Sridhara Gosvāmī is continuing. The underlying meaning is this. Whoever has surrendered to me, I have accepted as my own. And since I have a right over everything, I am not a trespasser. Therefore, my own man may not be considered to be a trespasser anywhere. Atma bhuyaya kalpate. He is my own. That Ananya Bhak devotee who is inspired, who works by inspiration from me, may not be considered as a trespasser. Anything he can enjoy on my behalf, if he is really a anything he can enjoy on my behalf, if he is really a surrendered soul, he should be considered as mine. He has got free access to my property. That godbrother came to put his objection. Don't be so wide in your meaning. The people at large will take the name of Ananya Bhajan. Oh, I am a Vaishnav. I am a Chuta Gotra. I am one amongst his own men. What is his property is mine. I can enjoy everything. So that sort of thought may come. That's what his godbrother said. But merely professing, I am Ananya, won't do. A real Ananya Bhak won't say that I am Ananya Bhak. The real understanding and innate feeling will be, I can't be Ananya Bhak. It is not a very little thing to be Ananya Bhak. I have not attained that stage. It is very difficult. Rather, I am going away from it. So that will be his mood. Some opposite tendency will come. The fact is that one who... So now this is Krishna speaking. The fact is that one who has accepted me exclusively has no taste for other things. So really, he is not durachar. Internally, he is always connected with me. He is indifferent to external life. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvach chantim nigacchati. One who can think of an exclusive devotee in such a way will soon become dharmatma. For such appreciation, one will come very soon towards eternal peace. What is the effect for Arjuna? If Arjuna declares this, he will become dharmatma. This was Bhaktivinoda Thakur's explanation. Of course, Arjuna is a Parshad, he's an eternal associate. But Arjuna has been put in the position of an inquirer, independent of his Parshad character. The arrangement is there. Kaunteya pratijanihi. I ask you, Arjuna, go and promise that such an exclusive devotee can never be lost. Name bhakta pranashyati. This is not a secret dealing. You declare it to the public. This is an open thing, guaranteed. I want to make it known to all. By getting a connection with me, his safety is guaranteed. By surrendering to a real agent of the Lord, our life is ensured. Wherever we may go, we won't be lost. There will be a search, and we must be taken on the real path. Krishna puts his devotee's name in his notebook, and he won't be lost any longer. That assurance we get from above. Wherever he will go, he will get that connection again, and from there, he'll begin his journey towards me. Once connected, no disconnection is possible. Okay, so that is our reading for today, and tomorrow we will continue from this Bhagavad-gītā 10.8. Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Tomorrow I'll do a normal reading. Today I'm a bit short because I have some things to attend to. So, alright. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai, Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopikan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, Jai Śrīmad Bhagavad-gītā ki Jai, Shri Krishna Arjuna ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavataya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, Rukmini Didi, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Manjari Didi, Nanda Nandan Prabhu, Champak Mataji, and all the devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook, Ganga Mataji, Madhuballa Didi, and I see 5 devotees there on YouTube, Raseshwari Mataji, Indira Mataji, and whoever else is there. Dandavat Pranams. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. And also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shashi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Ananda Pradayini, Krishna Rose, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. So, yeah, I think that was the point that really stood out to me, is if somebody thinks this verse applies to them, then this verse doesn't apply to them. Because somebody who's really Ananya Bhak will not think that they are Ananya Bhak, that they're exclusively fixed on Krishna, one-pointed in their devotion. Somebody who's truly like that will not think that they are like that. And so, if anybody thinks that this verse applies to them, they're automatically disqualified. Anyhow, is there anything anybody wants to mention? Otherwise, I'll end the stream for today. All right, so see you all tomorrow. And if anybody has any other thoughts about this verse also, you're free to mention tomorrow as well. And see you for that. Oh wait, I'm just looking at the chat really quick. All right, Dandavad Pranams everybody. Yeah, in this verse, I mean, there's so much discussion on this verse. I'm not so, like, my mind's not so in it right now. So, but there's another beautiful article of Śrīla Gosvāmī Mahārāja. She talks about Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka. He had a dream, and in his dream, there is the demigods. Like I think I can't remember who was in that discussion. I think it was Brahma and Narad and maybe Shiva. I can't remember, but it was in the heavenly planets, and they were having an Ishtagoshti on this topic of. So even Brahma and others, they weren't able to reconcile this verse, and so then. And then they saw Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur walking by, and they said, "Oh, he is a pure Vaishnava. He'll be able to explain it." And so then Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives his explanation of this verse. Maybe we could read that at some point, but I'm going to end right now because I need to do some things right now. So, all right, see you all tomorrow.